My name is Peter Maina. I work with the Kenya Wildlife Service as a GIS officer in the GIS section in Kenya Wildlife Service, and we are involved in giving support to the scientists, and mainly our work is on GIS and remote sensing, and it is a very crucial section in wildlife monitoring or ecological monitoring, and we do land cover mapping, collect most of the data within various habitats of Kenyan PAs. As you understand, Kenya Wildlife Service is in charge of approximately 8% of the Kenyan mass. So wildlife protected areas are key when it comes to their conservation and management. In that line of building capacity, we've collaborated with the ICPAC in various aspects, especially on trainings, building various capacities and skills.
MESA is a project that is using Earth observation to support the environmental conservation, and we are providing different Earth observation data, mainly satellite information, to our partners. Mainly, let's say one of them is Kenya Wildlife Service. Here we are in the Nairobi National Park.
ICPAC has, through the MESA project, has now has come up now with a simpler vegetation monitoring tool, which is being developed by JRC, which is going now to reduce the time used in the classification of these maps.
We have very strong collaboration with the ICPAC Center. This is my second time here doing workshops, as well as we go to the field to collect field data, basically GPS, geospatial data, which could support or work with remote sensing products. Such data will be disseminated through various platforms, through the MESA project, but also with other projects which are connected to biodiversity and conservation professionals.
12. Yeah, then I save. So this information that I've put inside here, when I go to the office, I have it stored on an SD card. Then I will download from the GPS, put directly to the computer, and be able to analyze now what is at this point, what is now the corresponding features on the satellite image.
We're able to classify vast areas and do maybe like a one-stop shopping for the ground truth. Like recently we did the ground truth for all the protected areas within the country, and it was very fast because you do the processing in the office, and then you do a one round of validation, and then you come to the office now and just update what you already have, and it takes a very short time. Whatever we gain from it is going to be a direct plus to the conservation, not just to Nairobi National Park, but all the protected areas in the country.
The goal of MESA is to have the information generated from other observing satellites in decision making, and also to inform policy, especially environment policies in the region.
MESA allows us to monitor the environment, but monitoring the environment is a crucial ingredient for sustainable development. The population of the region is increasing, and this is one of the regions that has been earmarked or pointed by the IPCC, the International Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, as one of the most vulnerable regions in the globe.
More than 60% of IGAD is arid or semi-arid. We have also challenges of frequent droughts. We have impact of climate variability and change, land degradation and degradation of forests, and loss of biodiversity.
The IGAD region is one of the regions in the world that is most food insecure. And therefore, if we don't take care of our land, if we don't take care of our soils, then the food insecurity will become even worse.
That's why we chose the services which are being done, namely land degradation mitigation, natural habitat conservation, and the forest monitoring.
We are in partnership with ICPAC. Our partnership goes very many years, and we are supporting ICPAC to implement two important services for this region, the IGAD region, the Horn of Africa region, and that is land degradation assessment and forest monitoring.
My name is Eunice Wangui. I'm a geoinformation analyst working at RCMRD in implementation of MESA project. We have been generating regional and national products showing extent and severity of land degradation in the region. These products are meant to inform policy and decision makers so that they can be able to identify areas to concentrate on in terms of provision of resources or coming up with rehabilitation measures for land degradation.
My name is Siro Abdallah. I'm a remote sensing technician under the new service called Forest Information Management System service in MESA. We are targeting at enhancing the capacity of these national forest institutions that are mainly our focal persons in being able to do the forest inventory by themselves, and also being able to derive the relevant statistics so that they're able to tell the degree of deforestation and degradation within their countries.
If you don't have Earth observation, the problem will be trying to get information for a large region like IGAD, where we have 9 countries, millions of square kilometers. It will take a very long time to know where land is being degraded. Then you have to do field work or aerial photography, which is very expensive and very slow to take. So Earth observation makes us get information about land degradation and forests very quickly and cheaply also.
We have received some positive feedback from the users. We have been interacting with them either in workshop or via internet. And one example that I can talk about is the Ministry of Environment here in Kenya, who have found the products very useful because there's a department that deals with land reclamation, and they are using land degradation products to show areas that are worst affected by land degradation so that they can act.
During MESA, we intend to pass this through the governance of IGAD, where we start from member states. Then we have a regional body meeting where we will mobilize the policy makers to approve the harmonized regional policy. We are also going to have awareness workshops where we can explain the services which are being offered so that there can be uptake of this by policymakers.
If the African stakeholders are involved, are really taking this process as their own, if they own it, we can assure you that it will be sustainable.
MESA is an important project in the cooperation between Africa and the European Union in Earth observation and satellite-related applications. It's a 37 million euro project, and we are working together with the African Union Commission, the regional economic communities, the regional implementation centers, and down to the national level.
If Earth observation technology is to be fully optimized in Africa, it is crucial to examine the gaps that exist between technology development and its application at national levels.
The major stakeholders or beneficiary institutions for these products are the Ministry of Environment and Forest, the Ministry of Agriculture, the Ethiopian Wildlife Authority. These are the major beneficiary institutions that have been identified in our country, and in the future we would also maybe will be including maybe the Ministry of Water, Energy and Irrigation as well.
We're also doing cross-fertilization. We in IGAD, we are taking up the agriculture service from SADC.
The third result area is about sharing expertise and technical know-how with the other regions. We are currently busy working closely with the ICPAC region to share this expertise, and we have expressed interest in the land degradation service which they are working on.
My name is Jasper Mwesiba. I work with ICPAC. I'm an agrometeorologist. I participate in all the activities that involve adoption of programs of services that are already taking place in SADC, MESA SADC, and are needed here in IGAD SADC. So I participated in the launch of the SADC MESA thema. I also went to Zimbabwe. I spent there 2 weeks learning how to adopt the agriculture service into IGAD thema. And I think I'm very good now. I learned Ilwis, I learned Emma, I learned spirits. We did some crop phenology analysis. So I think I'm good now.
Geoinformation is a very unique field, especially for me personally, because I grew up in arid lands of Kenya and I saw the worst effect of climate and also poor resource use in the environment, and I decided to pursue this course in terms of how we can use this technology to help manage our resources in the environment. And I'm really glad because we have seen the products that we've generated that we take back to the village, one of the marginal villages in Kenya, and they are able to inform the people there, you know, in terms of where the resources are, in terms of water, in terms of vegetation, and that has really driven me in this field, and I can actually encourage more women to do geoinformation technology to see how it can be used to solve environmental challenges.
This has been a passion that I've had since I think I was in my primary school. So I enjoy doing what I do best, and I'll continue doing it.